Hey, what is happening? Chris here, and today I'll be going over the UMP-45 in Battlefield Hardline. It's an SMG and it's another criminal only weapon, so without the weapon license you have to play as one of the bad guys to use it. The gun can only be used by the mechanic class and it costs $10,200, so it's pretty cheap and you should be able to snatch it up within a couple of matches. So as far as the stats go without attachments, the UMP's maximum damage is 34 and this drops off at 15 meters. And its minimum damage is 20, which gets dealt at 30 meters or over. So it has the same maximum damage as the MP5K and the Uzi, but has a better range. It's also got the highest minimum damage out of all of the other SMGs. So to kill an enemy it should take about 3 bullets within 15 meters, 4 bullets up to 24 meters, and just 5 bullets up to 25 meters or over. So the UMP is quite different to the other SMGs in terms of bullet damage. Most of the other guns in the same category take about 6 or 7 bullets to kill at long range. So this basically means that the UMP has a better damage at range, and yet can still be a deadly choice up close, dealing enough damage at close range to secure that 3 bullet kill. Now it only fires at 600 RPM, so it's not exactly going to tear through the other players at closer ranges like, say, the K10 would. But because it fires slower, this changes the dynamics of the gun, making it a less of a pray and spray gun, and more of a slow and steady one. It's got a muzzle velocity of 320 meters per second, so it's quite slow. It might be a little bit harder to trace enemies running around at further distances. So I guess this makes the gun a little bit more balanced. So the UMP-45 has a steady recoil pattern. It has an upwards recoil of 0.3 and a left and right recoil of 0.2. So it's not too high and it should be quite easy to control, though it might not be as manageable as some of the other mechanics guns. It's got the highest vertical recoil out of all of the SMGs, though because its sideways recoil is quite low and moves equally left and right, the gun's mainly going to move upwards and it should be quite easy to predict where your bullets are going to end up. The UMP fires at a slowish rate too, so this should help out with your overall weapon control, as it's not going to be spitting bullets all over the place. It's got a spread increase per shot of 0.12, so it's slightly on the higher side, though it's not much more than the other SMGs. And the weapon's first shot multiplier is 1.8. This is the lowest out of all the SMGs, meaning you shouldn't have much problem at all with tap and burst firing while staying on target. In each of the weapon's magazines you'll find just 26 rounds, so a few less than you might be used to, and at each spawn you'll be supplied with a total of 104 bullets. The gun's reload time with an empty mag is going to cost you 2.73 seconds, and 2.25 seconds if you've still got some bullets left. So although you don't have that many rounds in each magazine, the UMP reloads at a nice rate. It's much quicker than the MP5K and the P90, and it's just a fraction quicker than the Uzi. Now when it comes down to which attachments to go for, the muzzle brake will lower your left and rightwards recoil down to just 0.1 each, making the gun more accurate, and it'll also lower your vertical recoil down by 18%. This is quite a good option as it'll make the gun better suited for longer range engagements, dropping that lateral movement down a bit, making the gun more accurate. The compensator will drop the gun's upwards recoil down to just 0.18 from 0.3, but it'll also slightly increase your sideways recoil, and in this case it'll make the sideways recoil more than the vertical recoil. So although the gun won't kick up all that much with the compensator added, less of your bullets are probably going to go where you want them to, making this a less useful attachment. The heavy barrel might be a good option to lower your ADS base spread whilst you're not moving by 50%, though it will increase this by 27% if you are moving. Though to counter this you could add the vertical grip as well, and this will make your bullet groupings a lot tighter overall. The stubby grip will lower your base spread increase by 50%, so if you're firing in full auto a lot, which you probably will be with the UMP, then the stubby grip might be a good choice to make you more accurate with prolonged fire. I found that the silencer wasn't a great option down to the muzzle velocity being already quite low, and this just drops it down further. Though it does keep you concealed and it might give you a slight advantage if you run out of bullets in the middle of an enemy base, and you need to stay hidden whilst you reload. So to summarise, the UMP-45 is a slow firing SMG that you'll be able to use with the mechanic class. It's a criminal only weapon without the weapon license, and considering that it's an SMG, it's got a strong damage model that can pack a punch within close to medium ranges. The weapon can kill in 3 bullets at close and up to 5 at longer ranges, so it's a strong gun that can drop other players really easily, providing that your aim is on target. The recoil pattern isn't all over the place, and it's quite predictable, though not quite as stable as some of the other mechanic weapons such as the Uzi. The UMP is a great all-rounder, it's predictable in the way it performs, and it's quite easy to adapt to. It might not be the fastest firing weapon in the world, but it sure knows how to deal the damage. Anyway, that's pretty much everything on the UMP-45, so I hope you enjoyed this weapon guide. Make sure you slap that like button if you did, and check out loads of other weapon guides on Battlefield Hardline and other games on my channel. Subscribe to stay updated, and I'll see you in the next video.